right, in this short video we're talking about securing your data on a computer that has a hard drive. Deleting files, what happens to the files when you delete them, and at what point is that file actually gone. And it's not as quick as you might think. So we're going to create a file here. I'm going to right click and do a new let's see, a new text file. I'll do a new text document here. Notepad, open that up. And we'll put some data on there. We're going to save this as on our desktop. Already exists. Do you want to replace it? Yes, we want to replace it. Okay, so we've created this file. It's called new text document, and we'll open it again to make sure. Yeah, we have data on it. That's the file. So let's say we want to delete this file. So we can either right click on it and do a delete, or we can just give it focus by clicking on it and then hitting the delete key, and it is gone. And we are happy now that it's gone, but where is it? So actually hardly anything has happened to this file. All the data is still intact. And we're going to go to the recycle bin here, open it up, and we see there it is. There is our new text document. So we're going to right click on this, and we're in the recycle bin folder, and we're going to restore it. And there it is, back again. And it's going to be exactly the way it was. So in the process of deleting this and putting it into the recycle bin, did absolutely nothing to it except it told the file manager part of the Windows product that this file should be considered not available anymore. But it was recoverable, as we saw, and none of the data was damaged. It's all there. And the only way to start getting rid of it is to open the recycle bin and actually empty the recycle bin. So it says here, delete all items in the recycle bin to free up disk space. So it's telling you right there that these files are still intact completely on the hard drive, and they're recoverable here, and we're going to find out other ways we can recover this. So we are going to empty the recycle bin. And are you sure you want to permanently delete these 3 items? Yes, we do. So there they are. They're gone. And we can check the recycle bin, and it looks like everything's gone, and we are happy. But we are not, because in actuality, the only thing that the file manager has done is what we told it to do: make all the space that this file had taken up available to other programs and other files that need space. So we're going to kind of look at that a little bit, and we're going to bring up Paint, and I'm going to use my vast skills as an artist, and we're going to draw windows like this. So that's the Windows product, and here's File Manager, and here's our file. So it had all these different records on the hard drive, and the File Manager has an index that has the status of this file. So initially it said, this is a good file, keep it intact. Then we deleted it, and it said, well, keep it intact because they haven't told us they want us to permanently make that space available. And then finally we emptied the recycle bin, and that told this File Manager that we don't need this anymore. We don't care what happens to it. So it marked all of these as available for other programs to use. Don't think I'm gonna do that painting tonight. Okay, so all these records are available if they're needed. So they're sitting out there and they're fully recoverable still at this point. There are commercial and free programs that are available that actually recover deleted and overwritten data. So that being said, File Manager gets a command from some other program. It says, I need a file. So it makes an index entry and it says, okay, I'll give you a file and I'll start writing it here. And I'm out of room for some reason. So where am I going to go? It says, all this area is marked free. So I'm going to use whichever of this free area is convenient. So this record and this record are going to be overwritten by this file. So I hope I'm explaining this right. So the available space is still available. Part of this file is still available. Only a couple of records have been overwritten by this new file that was created. So it's still recoverable. The recovery program can still go here and look at this old index entry and say, here's where your file started, and it can follow these records and restore them, skipping over the ones that have been overwritten, of course, and actually recover a good portion or some portion of that file. So now we have a file. It's going to say, okay, now this file is not deleted now, but only contains the records that hasn't been overwritten. So we've recovered it. So we still have it. We've gone through, we've deleted this file, put it in the recycle bin, we've emptied the recycle bin, and still we have our records are still out on our hard drive. And how do we get rid of these? So that is what we're going to do next. We're going to open this program, and it's called Cipher, and it's part of Windows, and it's going to go through, and it's going to follow this path that we have here with this file and all the records that have not been overwritten. So we're going to look at the whole hard drive in our case, and we're going to overwrite all the records that are available that have, when we did the final empty the recycle bin, we made these files available. Free space. These records are free. We don't need them anymore, but we are not going to take the time of going through the whole drive every single time we delete a file and delete all these records right over them. So this is something you do periodically. So we are going to get out of this drawing, and we're not going to save it. And we are going to open up a command prompt. So we're just going to say command and open up the command prompt and run as administrator. And we have opened it up, given it permission to run, and we're going to clean in Cipher, C-I-P-H-E-R, space, /write, colon, and this is we're going to do on drive C. So the Cipher program is going to go through, and all the free space on that hard drive is going to be overwritten with zeros or zeros and X's or whatever it decides, or options that we give it to tell it what to write. So we're going to start this up, and it's writing 0x00 to remove as much data as possible, close other applications while this is running. This takes a long time. So once this is done, all the free space from all the deleted files on the hard drive will have been overwritten, and you are at a good level of security. And this is not something that you do every day. This is something that you do periodically. and you can actually put in a folder here so you can clean out all the free space and secure free space that's in folders. And that is about the end of cleaning out this free space. If you're going to run this, you probably want to run this at night, like an overnight, and make sure that your sleep settings for your computer are turned off or turned a very long period of time so it doesn't go to sleep a half hour after you've walked away from the computer and you're thinking it's going to be done in the morning. So this is going to take a long, long time, and it is worthwhile doing on occasion, and especially if you've have made major changes or saved a lot of documents that you want to make sure they're secure. So you need to do something. Now there's also commercial programs that do the same thing, and CCleaner is one of them. This is not a commercial. I'm not getting paid for this, but this is a product that I have used in testing. So if we go down here to Tools, and then we go all the way down to Drive Wiper, and you can see securely erase the contents of free space on a drive. So we want to wipe entire drive. All data will be erased. No. Free space only. And here, what level of security do we want? A simple overwrite, 1 pass. 3 with an advanced, a complex overwrite, and very complex overwrite, which could take, I don't know, overwriting everything on my hard drive 35 times could take the rest of my life. So I think maybe 3 passes. And here we can say this is on drive C, and we can wipe that drive, or we can wipe all these drives. So these are other drives, hard drives that's in this machine. It has more than one hard drive and a USB drive. So we're not going to wipe that because at this point. So there are many other programs that can do this. This is the free one. This one is built into Windows, the Windows product. So this is where I would start. And to make sure that your data is secure. And as we see, it's not an easy process. It kind of gives you a false sense of security when I delete it and then empty the recycle bin that everything's gone. But it's absolutely recoverable. It's kind of a hard concept for me to grasp a while back, but that's life. That's the way it is. So we're overwriting this. I'm going to stop this. And the next part is, what do you do with all the other data that's on there that you want to get rid of that hasn't been deleted, and you want to give this computer away, or you want to recycle it and you don't know what's going to happen to it, or you're a commercial entity. How do you get rid of all the data that's on there? So that is going to be in our next video. Thanks for watching. We're going to be talking about Derek Banis and dban.org next time.